The purpose behind the Newsworthy Stories Bring Your Business to the Beach NetWORKcation coming to fruition.
Oh my God, I only have one word. Blessed. NetWORKcation, oh my goodness. I never thought, it's my first time here, and I am blessed to be here. I'm with Landmark Strategies and Solutions. We're brokers in the technology industry. And I came today I actually registered this morning. And I didn't know what to expect, but I came here, and it is 3 o'clock right now, and it feels like my day just started. That's the amount of energy that I found here.
Dozens of professionals from across South Florida and beyond gaining access to opportunities and the people who implement them.
Welcome to Workation.
Local establishments from the city of Deerfield Beach also invited to increase visibility and pour into their businesses, including Adega Gaucha, a delicious Brazilian steakhouse new to Deerfield Beach.
We are new in the city. We have 9 months. It's a baby, and we have opportunity to show you guys the real hospitality. Sometimes you go to the restaurant and feel like a number, and we really take care about the guests.
Leaders from the city of Deerfield Beach and Broward County mobilizing into one room to meet the distinguished executives from multiple industries.
My name is Lakshmi Natarajan. I'm a former corporate executive working across various different Fortune 500 companies. I now have my own consulting firm called Accelador, and I work with different founders and startups within the global ecosystem doing strategic advisory work. And I also work with various different investment organizations, helping them build their venture investment strategy.
Eric Chafin here with Trifecta. We help entrepreneurs, business owners in the legal space and construction with their LinkedIn optimization.
I own VoiceBox Podcast and Creator Studio in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, and I help businesses connect with their customers and clients through digital and social media.
Today I could not get out of the office fast enough to have such a beautiful landscape, to connect with leaders both in and out of Broward County, but to learn so much about the developments within the county and really understand tactics, modalities, and ways for us to all expand together.
My name is Corlette DeVoe. I am CEO and co-founder of RM2.ai. Our platform is a revolutionary artificial intelligence platform that is specifically designed to help predict health trends early to prevent unnecessary hospital visits. What does that mean? That means that we are integrated with wearable devices to monitor your vitals.
The beauty behind the NetWORKcation is to come to network and spend the day working from the award-winning Wyndham Resort, or better yet, make it a staycation. This NetWORKcation also welcoming Patricia Rain of Traveling Aura Mobile Spa, helping attendees to turn their workday into a vacation. Award-winning news producer and media strategist Jacqueline Jimenez, who is the CEO of Newsworthy Stories, handing the mic off to the Executive Vice President of the Greater Fort Lauderdale Chamber of Commerce to officially kick things off.
One of the things that has always struck me in particular is the synergy around the room, the energy, and what could be better for the soul than to meet new people. Am I right? Come on now. All right. Come on. The woman who is rocking it as our Director of Economic Development for Deerfield, Michelle Collins.
Thank you very, very much. I appreciate that introduction. I'm really happy to be here. Thank you all for being in our beautiful city of Deerfield Beach. I mean, there's no better place to work than to have this beautiful view, right? Thank you all for being here. So our department is responsible to help with tourism in the city, help with attracting capital investment to the city, help with supporting small businesses in the city and future small businesses, and to also find ways to support our residents in workforce, right? Job development. For example, so we're going to be participating at the IPW this year, which is the first time ever. We're in the middle right now of designing our activation, but that is, if no one knows what that is, it's a huge trade show that brings in tourist buyers globally and journalists globally. So this is our opportunity to put Deerfield Beach on the map, and it's going to be the first time ever. And we're also happy to partner with Maribel.
Yes.
Again, first time in the city that the county and the city are working together to bring resources that are available out there to our business community and to our city.
So again, good morning. It's a pleasure for us to be back here today. Maribel Feliciano, I'm the director with the Broward County Office of Economic and Small Business Development. I don't know. Tell me, what's working, what's not working? There are so many things changing globally, right? At the federal level, at the state level, at the local level, impacting our economy and impacting your business. So we need to retool. We need to re-engineer what we're doing. We need to keep doing what's working, but we need to adjust and come up with some new programming that's going to help you now with the needs that you have now, right? Isn't that what you want? Yes. So that's basically what my focus is going to be over the next few months, is listening to you. I want to hear from you.
You see the energy for our department. I am so happy to be a part of this because my dad taught me be in the room. Being in the room institutes change. I've been across the street looking in the window. We are now working on programs for neighborhood revitalization. We will be working with churches with a national ordinance called Yes in God's Backyard. We will be working with the churches to bring affordable housing to their properties, senior facilities, daycare, job creations for children. That's what we're doing now. One of our biggest projects that we're working on is the redevelopment of City Hall. You have City Hall, Broward Sheriff's Office, and Pioneer Park. We're going to do a P3, public-private partnership, and revitalize a true downtown Deerfield Beach. 24 acres.
Every week on my Business Assistance Weekly newsletter, if you don't get it yet, you need to sign up for it. We have the link of how to register. You need to register as a vendor with them, and then we have the link to the page where all the procurement opportunities are posted, okay? So I encourage you to check out the website, register as a vendor. So if you're trying to reach out and you're not hearing back, please let us know. We'll be glad to connect you with the contact that
On a local level, I can share with you, I'm part of the G14 top secret team. We're working with a group that wants to have the city of Deerfield be one of the host cities for the FIFA youth tournaments. We're proposing a tournament and a watch party here in the city, and at that point, economic development wise, we'll get the hotels together, the local businesses and things, and instead of going to date, we want them here. Spend your money. We have one of the largest Brazilian populations in this community. You have the Haitian community, you have everybody. Personally, I don't care who's in it. I want the businesses to come out, be here, and make your money.
In Broward and Beyond Business Conference, I want you to save the date, June 12th of this year at the Convention Center. Over 900 businesses of all sizes, large, mid-size, small, come to Broward and Beyond Business Conference to learn more about opportunities, contracting opportunities at the federal level. I already met with the SBA last week. They're going to be at our Broward and Beyond Business Conference, right? So I'm also meeting with my federal agencies as well, with my state and local, to make sure that everybody is in the room, right? Because we need to connect you not just to Broward County opportunities, but opportunities beyond, and that's why the conference is called Broward and Beyond Business Conference. So that's
Both of them. What did you guys hear when they were speaking? Can anyone say? What did you?
Resources.
Resources, but
Opportunities. Opportunities.
Thank you, Carla. They're passionate. They are so fired up. They want to be they want to help you. They actually want to help you. And so you're not doing this, especially, entrepreneurs. We are not doing this by ourselves. We've got a team.
Our department, we certify our small businesses, where our tagline is by Broward. So we want to do businesses with our Broward County businesses. We certify as emerging, small, veteran, minority, or women-owned businesses. Like Jackie said, you'll get that one-on-one technical assistance to make sure you're certified. And with that certification comes benefits. Not only do we have a reciprocity with Broward County, with Maribel's OESBD, but we also have partnerships with Miami-Dade schools, Palm Beach schools, and Miami-Dade County as well. So where if you're certified with us or you're certified with them, that's a shortened process for certification. And with certification comes, we actually have a concierge service. So if you're certified with us and we have an upcoming solicitation coming out, our concierge manager will contact you to let you know about those upcoming opportunities. Another benefit is our price preference. If you're certified with us, we just had goal setting last week. We put a 3% price preference on the solicitation. That means if you're certified, you come within 3% of that lowest bid for the ITB, guess what? It comes to you because you're certified.
My name is Jasmine Jones. I'm the program manager overseeing nearly $1 billion of operation in Broward County Public Schools. So my job begins when an awarded firm is actually on site, and I monitor to ensure that the small businesses, they actually get paid. If not, they get an email from me, and that's the beginning of I'm on you to make sure you pay these small businesses.
And just talking about cities, on March 26th, we're hosting an expo with the city of Lauderdale, where we're going to have different agencies come out and just talk about the many opportunities that they have. But our next event, Mr. Jones, I do want to make sure is with Deerfield Beach. I do want to make sure we do something similar with Deerfield Beach.
Absolutely.
So, Mr. Jones, don't leave before I get to talk to you, okay?
I'm in the back.
Okay. I'll be in the back soon.
But in the room today, Jacqueline, as well, we have one of our newest business partners with WW. It's Blue Stream Fiber. Michael Hoshu is in the house representing Blue Stream Fiber.
Amazing person. Connected.
Great group.
So we always try to make the newest business partner to be in this room because you know that this room is intimate. We are Women Empowering Women in Development, and to my left are two amazing women who are not shy. We have Angelica in the room, one of our amazing members as well. Angelica has grown into her own rights and doing amazing things. Women Empowering Women in Development, though, this year, we're going on 6 years old, and we have grown into a new website. So we took the website down last year. Everybody kept asking, but we took it down, Wally, after our conversation. We took it down, Jacqueline, after a question of what do you want to be known for? What do you want to leave behind of your legacy? We don't want to have hype. So our new website is wewindevelopment.biz, because we want you to know that we want to do business with you. We're capable of doing business with you, and we're honored to do business with you.
My name is Melissa Marino. First and foremost, I do want to talk about the charity. I've been in commercial flooring for 30 years. So now I'm with a company called Stone Source. We do tile, and we're the second largest importer of tile and stone. My job is to work with the different segments. So education, multifamily, senior living, make sure all the right specifications are done with the local reps, and to beat up the pricing with the manufacturers. So when you say the competition, I just want to tell you that I went in and smashed it in Port St. Lucie. I won the school. We had 3 other flooring reps in there, but I'm a straight shooter. I'm very honest, and this is your price. And they all had to go back and look, and I just said, this is it. This is boom, and I walk out with the contract. So, and they're still good friends.
Come on, bro!
All right, but I'm willing to earn my place, and if you want me to bring lunch and sponsor lunch for your meetings, Michael will do it with me. Huh, Michael?
They make a great team.
Willing to earn the place. So I developed the platform in the company that I was with previously to sponsor local kids that have terminal pediatric cancer. And last year, it took off way bigger than I thought. The social service workers came and contacted me to say, these are the families that are most desperately in need. And it turned out it was so sad. It was not just the child dealing with terminal cancer. It was a lot of times one parent, or it's just a single parent that has to quit work because these kids are going to treatment almost every day, every week.
Something that's important that we take for granted is our health. Because I'm trying to do this year more of a wellness in design, People are stressed, economy, everything that's happening, and people say, I design, or how fun, I love the design. No, it's more than that. It goes out, it's very stressful. I have a lot of responsibilities with other people's money investments that I have to, follow. I cannot make mistakes. You have to really follow through to the end of the project and make it successful. So you have that commitment as soon as you get your check or you get signed off. So it's a lot of responsibility in my back. So I think I'm gonna try to work more. People understand that design involves a lot of also that. You have to be in control. Also, it's called emotional intelligence between employees.
Following this group, we've been talking about in the last 3 Newsworthy Stories Bring Your Business to the Beach NetWORKcation. Each one of them has had a theme. The first one was visibility in untraditional ways. Michelle touched on it. The last one was what do you want to be known for? And this time we're going to talk about how do you become known for what you want to be known for. If you're still on the what do you want to be known for, it's okay, because it takes time. But I want you to understand the progression as well. This is a question people don't ask themselves on a regular basis, but they're going to brand you no matter what. So if you don't know what you want to be known for, you're going to end up branded in a way that you don't want to be branded. Or they're going to expect things from you that you don't plan to do or you don't want to do. So these are the questions that, from a Newsworthy Stories point of view, are critical. And so every single one of these people are doing something that stood out to me in a way that they are representing themselves and being seen, because you cannot promote your business without being seen.
I'm Carlene Cadet Francois. I am a mom of 3, ex-BSO sergeant turned caregiver, event organizer. I fell in love with the caregiving industry when I left the sheriff's office. I am the organizer behind the Assisted Living Caregivers Conference. I am very huge with visibility, marketing, and sometimes we're very smart, but we cannot be found because we don't know how to properly brand ourselves and how to refuse the things that we don't want to be known for.
She doesn't just put on an assisted living and caregiving conference. There's a reason why she filled, how many people did you have in that room?
We always start with 250, but we always end up selling out and have a waiting list. This is the second caregivers conference sold out, and now we're looking for a much larger space that can hold 1,000 people.
Wow. Woo! If you're interested in event spaces, so you see Wyndham, raise your hand. Yeah. So you want to connect with him because he has prime events. We're going to talk to him in a minute.
I think my secret sauce is the fact that I love what I do and I hate to waste people's time. And so it's not just people paying to be there, but their most precious assets are their time.
Yeah, so there's a physical therapy company that a buddy of mine has in Atlanta. Small company, had it for about 6 years. And he's tech, but he's not that tech. And so somebody on his team was creating an AI bot that was going through the reviews that were on the website, the Google reviews, going through some of their forms, and they were really making it more effective and more efficient. And he got a little intimidated by that. He wanted to do it the old way. And 2 weeks later, the person on that team left. And they didn't leave because they couldn't use the tools anymore. They left because he didn't support that work, because he didn't understand it, because he was more comfortable doing things the old way. So what I do is I work with leaders to help them have the right conversation to amplify the person on their team, amplify that work. So rather than getting in the way of the work or maybe even taking credit for the work, which is what we see sometimes, it's really helping leaders amplify the person on their team. So for example, having a conversation with them to say, how can I best support you in doing this? How can I best support the work that you're doing?
As we all know, South Florida is the biggest growth market in the United States and in the world. It's in the top 30 of growth for, when I say founders, yes, I'm including entrepreneurs and small businesses, but also the tech side. huge investment opportunities here, really growing at a faster rate than Silicon Valley. Again, not bigger than Silicon Valley, but growing at a faster pace. And why? Look at the diversity in this room. That's South Florida. So then I pivoted to becoming an investor myself. Now I didn't have the big bucks in the bank. You start collaborating with people who do. And you recognize they're looking for someone like me and many others who have access to opportunities of great innovation and investment of companies. And I don't look at just there's balance sheets, there's term sheets, there's financial. That's great. I know how to read a P&L, I can do that. It's so beyond that. So going back to your point, investors invest in people, in real humans. That's us. If investors were investing in things that are in air, wow, then we'll all be, billionaires living somewhere. No, investors invest in people. So just please never forget that. Like, they want to know that, and that's what I bring to the table is, this is an amazing leadership team. This is what the breadth of experience that they have. And then the next thing they invest in is, who are you serving?
And I don't mean to say that I get the chills, but Jacqueline, something very magical happens when you put the panels together. Bigger than us. Literally, Mike Hoshu is doing a talk, and we currently, today, have a member inside of United, am I saying that right? UAE? UEA? He's there, United Emirates.
Yes.
There today, from his team, looking at what real estate looks like. And they are starting the Miami Chamber in Dubai.
It's there, yes, we have it.
Yes.
I'm one of your advisors, yes.
So
I can talk about that, yes.
So this is not fake, right? And we talk all the time, and he's like, I can't even get into it right now because this is Jacqueline.
It ain't me, you know who it is.
Okay. Yes.
Someone bigger than me.
Please, I want to say that. So
I just want to make clear.
wow, I'm done. Yeah.
You're merely a vessel.
Yeah, that is it. I'm just.
Hi everybody, my name is Alex Pizzani. I was born here in South Florida. My father's Peruvian, his father's Italian, and my mom's Cuban, and her mom is from Spain. So I'm the United Nations. And I had a pretty rough start. The reason why the name of my company is called the Lee Closer University is because I've been in sales all my life, literally. My first job was in sales. And it was because my mom dropped me out of high school at a very young age, and I remember that the last thing that I did was go straight to the school counselor because I had a panic attack. And I said, look, my mom took me out, I really want to stay, but I need to figure out what I can do right now for money. What do you advise me since I'm kind of being yanked out of school to help her out with money? And she told me, get into sales, you're good. Like, she knew I was talkative and I was kind of like a little class clown. So she's like, get into sales because the opportunity in sales is limitless and it doesn't really require a degree. And that stuck in my mind forever. And my first job, I looked on a little flyer on a newspaper and they had a telemarketing position of selling magazines over the phone. I went, took a public bus, got there, that was my first job. And when I got there, it was a boiler room full of convicts on a work release program selling magazines. And that's how I started to learn sales. And I was the top guy there in a very crazy environment. You can only imagine the things I saw. Then I became these guys' manager. And then I went back to school, took night school. I moved away from home to do that. And then I got my degree. And I don't know, I'm just thinking about all that crap. And sorry about that. So yeah, I went through some rough stuff. And I got into banking. I got my GED and my actual high school diploma. I got into banking. I got my first job in Washington Mutual Bank as a teller. Actually, I was a branch manager for U.S. Century Bank. Then I got to become the vice president of business banking for Bank of America. I oversaw 5 of the banking centers for any client that at least managed $5 million and up. I was managing them. And I really loved that because I got to visit the business owners. I wasn't stuck in a cubicle like all the other bankers. I got to drive out, and only clients that had good portfolios, I would visit them and advise them on how to better manage their money or how to grow their company. Little by little, these business owners would reach out to me again after hours to basically give them advice. And then it just dawned on me I should just start basically doing that. But it didn't hit me immediately, so just naturally just started helping other people. And before you know it, I was managing a sales team that directly reported to me of over 5,000 people. That I built on my own. And then from that, I did it for another company,
And then my big time was working with a unicorn company called Vivint. I don't know if you guys have heard of them. It's a huge security alarm company. I think it's the second largest one in the United States. Todd Peterson, the founder of Vivint, basically was needing help because they have a lot of sales kids that go out there that they're usually recruiting from Utah, which is where the company was founded. But a lot of them don't know how to speak English, Spanish, right? And Miami is a big Spanish community. Arizona, New York, Chicago, Cali, they weren't bringing in sales in those areas. So they talked to a regional manager to see how they could get me to maybe figure out something that we can do in Miami. The average manager had 5 people, and 1 week I brought 40 guys that were all bilingual. They were shocked by that. And then we started to expand it to different markets. The guy flew me out to Utah, maybe 1 year after we had started to do this. There's still a recruiting program that is happening today that happens out of FIU that they do every summer. And he sold for $2 billion maybe 1 year after meeting me.
We have 3 different strategies here. And if you take the time to implement one of them at a time, really implementing them all, and including myself, you're going to see a difference this year. This year's going to be different for you. Aren't you tired of it being the same? We're going to be different this year and really do it, you know? And so I have to say, this is a no-brainer for me when I go to Penny Fraser Photography. She has created something called the 40 over 40 magazine. And you're already rock stars, why not look like one? And she seems to do such an amazing job. Penny, can you talk about what you do and why you do it?
Thank you. And my personal passion project is the 40 over 40. And I'll just show this to you. It is a project where I interview different people, women specifically over 40. I get their story. Jacqueline was in this issue, as well as Tamika. Tamika's still here?
Yeah, Tamika's back there.
And a lot of, and Rita Case is on the cover of this issue. She's going to be in the, she's going to be the keynote speaker for the event. And the purpose of this is to bring women in their 40s, 50s, 60s, and beyond, and share their story and help others through collaboration, through working together. It's more than just a photo shoot, it's a community.
My name is Bipinender Singh, as Jackie just mentioned, and I'm the owner and CEO of PrimeEvents.com, ending with Z, PrimeEvents.com. Prime Events is an event platform which is custom built for the community-driven events. It could be a city, a town, a municipality, a non-profit, a chamber, a school, or any cultural organization. Prime Events is your solution. Even in this day and age where AI is the big deal, events are being hosted by large organizations, cities, and other community organizations in a very fragmented and disjointed systems. They do ticketing in one place, they are doing volunteering through Excel sheets, sponsor and vendor through emails, marketing outreach through scattered different platforms, and they are paying a ton of money to promote their events. And what happens is the cost for an event goes higher, you're spending too much staff time on putting something together, and what you are doing, you are leaving the revenue on the table. And this came from our own experience. I've been involved in community and networking events and cultural events for the last 10 to 15 years. And I've seen firsthand that the organizations are not only struggling for the attendance, but they struggle with operations.
Well, actually, 91% of professionals will never follow up after meeting somebody at an event. How many people exchange a business card? Okay, how about a digital business card? Digital business card, all right? How about LinkedIn? Did somebody say, you know, I don't have either one of those, just put my name on your phone? So how can you really expect to follow up with all of those different methods? I didn't even think about this until I was always a business card guy. So one day I went to an event and somebody said, hey, connect to my LinkedIn. Then this young person says, "Hey, here's my QR code." I was like, "What the heck is a QR code?" And then I don't have any of those. So by happenstance, I'm networking. I've been part of BNI. BNI in the house? Okay. I've been networking. BNI helped me build my IT business, helped me build a real estate business, helped me build a coaching business, just by building relationships. And I happened to be at a hackathon. Now, hack is a bad word for anybody in the IT industry, so I went anyway, just to meet other professionals, and found out that I could build an app to solve the biggest problem that I have, which is following up with the people I meet at networking events. So our mission, or our vision at Follow Up Now is to help professionals like you here in the room who are out networking, connecting with each other to help you build, maintain, and then monetize your professional network.
That's why we're here at the NetWORKcation. I'm trying to get people, I'm screaming it from the top of my lungs. Take advantage and network today because you're here today. And that's why I try to tell you, don't book something right after the NetWORKation. Stay and work from the Wyndham. What hotel? First of all, to the Wyndham, giving us the whole day. What hotel gives you the whole day to work from their hotel? Do you know any hotel that does that? I sure don't. But the Wyndham Resort Deerfield Beach does. And they have done so 4 times in a row. And coming up in May will be my 1-year anniversary. So I'm gonna tell you guys to be there.